Alright, Skull Nation, thanks for being with me. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like, comment, and share this content. Skull, baby.
What's going on? Welcome to Talk Vikings with me. Another division rival in the building. Let's get into this thing, man. JJ versus Caleb. Man, this is gonna be so great for JJ's confidence, and we're still undefeated in the division. And Chicago they're on a roll. If we can stop that, if we can put do they have the best record in the league?
Minnesota Vikings are at home again, trying to get back to the 500 mark after dropping below it at the Ship last week. They welcome the Chicago Bears, winners of 6 of their last 7 now, after pulling out yet another win in the waning moments of the game.
Caleb Williams into the end zone, and the Bears have taken the lead.
What are we calling them? Bear believer?
That's what I'm saying. I was paying attention to this. Bro, that boy Dart was carving them up. They're not all of that. They sucked for years. I mean, they got players here and here. You know, everybody's getting paid. Every team has the same salary cap. So you got, but they're not a great franchise. They just drafted a superstar quarterback, and it's kicking in his second year. Some quarterbacks just take 3-4 years, like Baker and them. This kid, I gotta keep it real. He is talented. So we got to prepare for that. Hey, B-Flow, I trust you. We got to rattle his cage. We get him out of it, it's over with. They got like DeAndre Swift and like the boy
Bear relievers, cardiac Cubs, block a field goal one week, recover a fumble, hit a field goal the next, hit on a long TD pass for a late win a couple weeks later, come back down 10 in the fourth quarter with a long TD run last week. They're beating teams every which way, waiting in many cases to do it at the last second.
Doing it with his arm, doing it with his...
Are the Bears? I should have looked at. Are they number 1 in the division right now? Didn't Green Bay lose? Detroit? Are they the number 1 in the division right now?
Pretty much all of it coming here in the fourth quarter.
Chicago's 24 points last week, keeping them in the top 10 in scoring for the year. They struggled on third down, but not in the red zone. And Caleb Williams has fans swooning over his fourth quarter play versus the Giants in their most recent dramatic comeback win.
Down the stretch, you just can't play quarterback any better than what we've seen the last 2 possessions from Caleb Williams.
Forget the subpar-looking passing stats. Williams had to overcome lots of key dropped passes, and want to know the reason he didn't take a single sack in that win? Pulled rabbits out of his over and over again. Not sure anyone has his escapability at this point. Took off for countless first downs, running for 63 yards plus the game-winning TD.
Caleb Williams gets away from Thibodeau.
B-Flow, we got another Lamar. Him, the Jalen Hurts of the world, the Lamars of the world, or all these the KC quarterback, what's his name, Mahomes of the world. Now we do have another one in Green Bay, but he's more of a pocket quarterback. He'll scramble, he'll get out, but like he's more of a pocket quarterback. He reminds me of the Chargers quarterback. He'll get out. He's big and strong. He'll get out, but he's more of a pocket quarterback. And I don't know, like the Hurtson and all, they can throw the ball, but like 1 or 2, they'll take off. You got dudes who will take off way more over like other dudes who could take off, but they're more pockets quarterback. So, man, he's a little different from the Green Bay quarterback, but if we can, B-Flow got this. B-Flow, we gotta get this kid under control. B-Flow, we gotta rattle his cage. If we get Caleb, we got him. They're not. I don't respect that team, bro. But that kid right here, he is a problem. He is a complete problem.
First down, Chicago.
Imagine if some of those scrambles start turning into more big chunk passing plays on a regular basis. He looks like a different quarterback compared to when he first faced Minnesota. These two played back in week 1. No offensive guys for either team really stood out. J.J. McCarthy's first NFL start and win. He kind of scuffled along most of the game and then led a fourth quarter comeback, putting up 21 points in the final frame. McCarthy pulling a Week 10 Caleb, taking care of business himself for the game-winning touchdown.
And the Minnesota Vikings sending
That's what I'm
fans
talking about.
home here at Soldier Field.
The Minnesota secondary Caleb draws this week, not at fault for their Week 10 loss to Baltimore. They held Lamar Jackson under 180 yards, a sub-90 rate on just 6.1 per attempt.
Jackson batted at the line. Andrew Van Ginkel with the deflection.
They did play the pass better than they have in 2025, even after that performance. Only a few teams allowing a higher rating, only have 3 INTs. Most of their numbers against the pass in rough shape still, and they only managed to track Jackson down once in the backfield. Gave up 27 points when it was all said and done, have allowed 24 plus points in 4 straight games. As mentioned, 3 of those losses.
The offense is are not sustaining drives. You got to sustain drives. How many times the defense got to stop one team? Like, I bet you this is a stat. Look up teams playing against the Minnesota Vikings have way more offensive drives than when they're playing other teams because our offense is not staying long in the field, putting up more points. It's getting better. It's getting better, but that's what the problem is. We have a good defense, but they're letting up a lot of 24 plus points because, bro, like they'll stop them a million times, but then the few times they don't stop them, like, come on, it's only so much the defense can do. But when this thing comes together, when the offense start putting drives together and start scoring points and letting the defense rest, bro, I'm telling y'all, people are all right.
The roll.
Oh, you're just biased because this is your team, or you just no, dummy. I know what I'm talking about. This is a puzzle.
Back of the end zone, and it is caught with the touchdown.
Those 27 points last week, partially on their offense and special teams, turning the ball over 3 times combined, creating short fields. They stopped 3 of Baltimore's 5 red zone chances, held them to 6 for 15 on 3rd down. 12 of their points came on field goals, held Jackson to 4 per carry on 9 rush attempts, held Derrick Henry under 4 per carry.
3rd down and 3. Henry into
dude?
the arms
Derrick
of
Henry?
Eric Wilson.
They've been tough enough against the run overall, which they will need to be again in this matchup. Chicago's rise in the offensive ranks tied directly to its rush attack, which is a 3-headed attack. Williams, Kyle Monangai, who scored last week, and DeAndre Swift, who led them with 80 yards on 6.2 a carry after missing the previous week hurt.
DeAndre Swift's got a hole to show it off right here.
They got somebody
Gallops
else
his
on
way
their
into the
team I like.
secondary.
Swift also saw 8 targets in the passing game,
Swift,
only
DJ
18
Moore.
yards to show for them.
Caleb.
DJ Moore, only 1 target, no catches. He got hurt though. So Luther Burden stepped up with 51 yards.
We've got Luther Burden, the rookie, with a 1st down.
Fellow rookie tight end Colston Loveland followed his monster breakout with a respectable 55-yard outing.
Williams lofts one. He's got Loveland. Colston Loveland to the 30.
And second-year man Rome Odunze got back in the mix after being shut out week 9, 86 yards to lead the team, his 6th touchdown of the year.
End zone wide open. Odunze for the Bears touchdown.
Minnesota's top wideout doesn't come in with the same mojo. Justin Jefferson with just 37 yards versus Baltimore on 12 targets. Jordan Addison, 11 targets, 35 yards. And despite McCarthy throwing for a career-high 248 yards, he threw it 42 times to do it. Under 6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, just 2 picks, sub 55 rating.
Down the middle, Jefferson and Humphrey get tangled up, and it's an interception.
He only took 1 sack but was hit 12 times, so was under duress plenty, and he took 11 sacks his previous 2 starts combined.
McCarthy under pressure from that defense, and down he goes.
Montez Sweat, still the primary bag man for Chicago's passing attack, 1.5 sacks last week, running his streak there to 4 games. They had 4 total, though. That's back-to-back games with 3+ for a team that didn't have many early on, so their pass rush may be awakening from hibernation. Newcomer C.J. Gardner-Johnson blitzed his way to a pair versus the G-men.
Now, this is one thing, right? This is why, the team got to be well built. The head coach, the GM, and us. I'm going to keep telling y'all. My team is well built. Get rid of the head coach. Get rid of the GM. That are like all of this, like undercover work, all of this behind the scene work that the regular fan don't follow or don't know about. So you got to come over here. I'll break it down. Listen, this off season, I'm going in. This channel finna go up. I'm telling y'all. But like, We have Pro Bowlers everywhere. That pass rush, you saw what we did against Baltimore. They got 1 sack. Like, even once that 1 sack was questionable. Oh well, they put pressure on the quarterback and they didn't sack him. They didn't sack him. I don't care about your pass rush. That's why we got the tackles we got. We have a all pro left tackle and right tackle. Okay? We have the fundamentals. We have the foundation in place. Defense, freaking all pros at every position. Every position. The line. I'm hearing Will Fries is not even. I'm hearing that's coming up in a injury report. He's on his way back. Got a little 21-day a plan going on. So, though we've never had the offensive line ever. If we get Will Fries, that'll be the first time. We still don't have it, but it's good enough. We're not worried about nobody's pass rush. Our tackles, the line, that whole line is brand new. Donovan Jackson and them, and like we're not worried about your pass rush. Like, I'm not saying, Michael Parsons, not worried about you, bruh. All this noise Green Bay making, we're not worried about you. We're built we're built to be ready for pass rushes. What are we talking? Anyway, whatever. Bro, as long as we can stop Caleb and just ruin his whole life in this game right here, like, this will be a walk in the park. We don't care about their low win streak. Our win streak is about to be low.
Have the widest rusher, that's C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You just can't let him be untouched.
Their defense did have trouble with Jackson Dart some, though. Maybe they got lucky he left hurt. Gave up 240-plus yards to him, over 8 yards per attempt.
That time, perfect toss for Slayton. Touch pass over the top.
Bears DBs gave up 53 yards receiving to running back Devin Singletary, bulk on a 41-yard play. 62 yards allowed to Wan'Dale Robinson. 75 yards to tight end Theo Johnson. 89 to Darius Slayton. Jalen Naylor, the one Minnesota pass.
This is the game. J.J. McCarthy. Oh, my God. This is the game, bro. You can do your thing. Their defense is trash. J.J., this is the game, right? I hope y'all prepare for this, J.J. McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell. They're trash. They're not trash, but, like, they're not good to where we can't carve them up.
Catcher to have a big game versus the Ravens. He scored 124 yards.
Reaching out, he got his feet in. It's a touchdown.
Bro, and our receivers got to show up. Like, this is it right here, JJ. If
along the ground, Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason each hit a 5-point.
There's other games where they've kind of did good and but this is the game to really show it. This is the game to really show it, man. Forget the little signs of it. This is it right here.
2 or better, neither with many attempts though. McCarthy led Minnesota with 48 rush yards, 9.6 per scamper.
And McCarthy will run. Breaks one tackle. Breaks a second.
He gets a Bears defense that just struggled with quarterback runs. They didn't contain Dart on the ground either. 2 touchdowns, 66 yards. Lucky they got that fumble from him. And they didn't fare great versus Tyrone Tracy, giving up 71 yards to him on over 5
run on
per
him,
attempt.
pass on him. You can just do
close
whatever.
to 170 rush yards when the game was over, and they have not played the run great in 2025.
Theo Johnson's going to pull, and there's no one even for Theo Johnson to block.
Purple People Eaters have won 8 of the last 9 over the Monsters of the Midway. 1 playoff meeting ever between them, 1994 season.
Hold on. Did y'all hear that?
94 season.
Did y'all hear that?
8 of the last 9 over the Monsters of the Midway.
We've won 8 of the last 9.
Midway, 1 playoff meeting ever between them, 1994 season.
Hand off Tillman off the right side of the end zone and touchdown. Warren Moon looks at.
Man, that's what we have, Warren Moon. They won? Oh, they won. Hey, bro, we're one of the greatest franchises in the NFL that has never won the Super Bowl. Not even one of the guys never won. We're one of the greatest, period. We just haven't won. Like, we had some legendary teams back then. Y'all better do y'all research on Skull Nation.
Thrash, the NFC Central Division champion Minnesota Vikings.
Ryan Randall. Not Brian Randall. Brian Randall was the quarterback. The other Randall. Vikings fan, y'all know what I mean. Look at this again. Look at this, Vikes fans. Just before I get up out of here, they did it again. They did it again. Look at this nonsense right here. That's what I be talking about, man. I need y'all to pay attention to this more often. Vikings, listen, unless we're playing like a team that has only won like 3 games all year, and then it might be, it's like a curse. I guess Chicago's on a little win streak, I guess. But every time I look at these, it's always more people going against the Vikings. It's so crazy. It could be a team that we have a better record than. It's just something about this franchise that I'm like, I think Stephen A. started that. But it's a new day around here. The last few years, the 14 win records hasn't been getting respected because we took a dump playing the Giants, or we didn't show up in the play. Listen, it's a new day around here, sir. Franchise quarterback, defense, offensive line on point. It's a new day around here. Like, when we make this play, enough said. See what I'm saying? Well, we got 3 people that picked the Vikings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-3. But I'll catch y'all later, man. Game of the year so far. And this game right here is going to tell us a lot about J.J. McCarthy, the team. You know, this is like the second game the whole team has actually played together. I got a good feeling about this one. We just have to check Caleb. But I'll catch you guys, man, after the game. Come to the channel. I got a lot of videos coming up. Just come to the channel. Check stuff out. You're going to hear and see stuff you like. You know what I'm saying? But until next time, until after the game, Skull, baby. We need this one. Oh.